Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Rebel and Let's Play. This is Northstar, for those new to my channel. This is part of a series. You can check out the beginning. You can check out my other Let's Play series. My playlists are, they're organized as playlists on a variety of different games, and I also have a Northstar Talks Politics playlist, all sorts of fun stuff. I am, for those new, anyways, disabled with long COVID. I don't always think the most clearly, the most quickly, but I try and keep you folks entertained because building this YouTube channel is the only hope I have of surviving, of making enough money that I cannot live in utter poverty, which no one can bear to live like this forever and ever and ever. At some point, I have to have a life, and I'm too sick to work because this disability. Otherwise, I'm on the path. I was going to become a physician probably before too many years. Well, already at this point, I'd be finishing up med school if I hadn't got disabled. But, virus infects me and then you don't get better. A lot of people don't freaking know what long COVID is because they're burying their head in their sand and want to forget about anything related to the pandemic. Anyways, so I'm trying the really difficult thing of Tank Commander in the Distant Steppe yet again with some slightly different advisors. The remote specialist, foreign minister for extra rep, local politician. This will mean I start with a couple of stabilized zones, and if they're good ones, they can keep stable. It'll greatly reduce reputation loss due to loss of stability. Sensor will also help. All these things just so I can hold on long enough. The chef will improve the morale of coalition soldiers in non-combat, which, some of them are just tanks, so if they're just sitting around, not fighting, I could use them more aggressively with the war hero, but that reduces my budget by $4 or the military recruiter by 2. So this might not be as good, but the chef doesn't cost money. Doing a lot of these things to free up funding because I really have to get deep enough that in the military tree I can get some foot soldiers instead of tanks. It's ridiculous. The first 2 units, first coalition unit and the first national, are both tanks as tank commander. So let's give this my best shot and probably fail and try again. Then maybe I'll go do a pop dungeon video and bloody hell, in the mountains. My goal is very much just to not drain too much of my energy before I get to an Age of Wonders 3 Let's Play with Joe, multiplayer one, for you guys later tonight, hopefully, if he's available like hoped and I have the energy. So who knows, maybe this will cause insurgents to not spawn the mountains. I doubt it. This could be terrible. Put my HQ here and hope this is workable. It's definitely not something I would have ever tried. But it's random where you get the green zone, so go right into urban outreach because that'll speed up rollout of everything that's not cost increased. That will speed up rollout of intel in the towns, allowing it to roll out other places quicker. Used up my entire budget right off the bat on some very basic services. Inflation is high, but it comes down faster when it's really high, so Cool. And I've got the corruption consultant because I'm going to run international assistance early so I can free up more money for the military. That's $5. Have to wait for inflation to come down a little. There we go, $4. Doing all that stuff because I need substantial amounts of support. To stabilize maybe these mounds quickly so that, or in reasonable time, so I won't actually get insurgents spawning there later if I clear out wherever they're in. I have to hope they're in the forest. I'm not sure this is a winnable start, but we'll see. I need infrastructure discussions to come down to $5. There we go. Jobs discussions as well. So that the charities will do the more expensive stuff. 104th Archbishop of Canterbury. Amusing. Really? Grab this. Wait long enough on it. It does hurt my support. As soon as I get $7, I need international assistance. What? Mudslides devastate mountain villages. Gives basic aid because it increases zone support level. And hey, that's a good excuse to bring in international assistance too. Ask me. Can't send tanks there. Literally nothing I can do yet. I get $9. I can start recruiting coalition troops that can go to that area. Boom. Oh. Great. So there's a camp right around there. Yeah, really? And there's their camp. Okay, at least it's not on the mounds. Of course, they're probably going to flee into the mounds again. Let's grab effective procurement. I can't wait for the cost to come down on it. Full access for charities. Need that almost immediately. Local militia with them Pushing towards my green zones. Actually, let's get intel there. Keep chasing these guys. I need the security initiatives. Sometimes, when I'm lucky, they can destroy insurgents. So. If this started, would have been well off with the war hero. Just keep rotating between these two zones over and over, and I never seem to kill any of the fleet insurgents either. Enough of that. Ah! Can't even, not even green mounds can host the tanks. Darn. Right, and a corruption. Because even with the corruption consultant, full access is rough. Dirt roads. Yeah, that'll be necessary. I swear the insurgents spawn in more places. If, like, they have higher capabilities when you have tanks. And we're suffering lack of stability because the areas I have are mountainous. The good thing is the insurgent activity isn't so bad because they can't connect their zones easily. And they're going into the green zone Do I have any way to realistically? Nope. Alright, that's it. That was a freaking terrible start. In the mountains? I mean, really? Try that again. RNG can suck. If I had restarted, it would just give me the same starting areas. Oh, I can work with this in the corner, far from the mountains, which I can't easily control. This is on a highway. Yeah, put my HQ here. I think this is a workable start. Remote specialist is a pain because it's quite a while till I can actually get a unit that can use it. I don't want to put it on a national soldier, it just disappear. Ideally, anyways. And for effective procurement to come back down to $4. Really let corruption get a little too high before, would have eventually become an issue. I couldn't afford the long-term anti-corruption stuff. Maybe I do core healthcare. I should probably wait on the that stuff. You know what? That's not going to come down. I'm going to grab international assistance earlier this time. Because I do need to save money on the all this stuff. Development infrastructure discussions, nice and early. Now I just save money for the military. Said representatives assigning Bravo Yankee? Where the heck is Bravo Yankee? Bravo Whiskey, Victor, Sierra, Juliet. Oh, there. I already have decent support on Bravo Victor, interestingly. Should save money. There's no point in grabbing the tanks quite so early. Full access with the charities. That's why I took the corruption consultant. Just go right to national soldiers. Doesn't matter if so is the coalition ones. They're useless. They're not even around for long. Got an initial spawn out here. Interesting. And there's their camp. Right next to my HQ. Enough roads. Echo Mike I could actually enter with tanks. We need a level 2 improvement. Remember? Yeah, that's the second camp, or it's another one just before it was destroyed. Put the tank in green zone where I have plenty of support. Since there's actually not much risk of a commander attack. Or healthcare. Gun smugglers in insurgent controlled area. Cool. It was actually, it's taking a chance that's just a local tribal dispute, but I need good RNG to win this scenario at all. Alright. Need the garrisons to come down a little in cost. I'm feeling they might attack soon. Do that, because then I'll be cancel movement. Right, need the garrisons. That's a fine spot for him. More national soldiers in a tank. Trying to beeline getting ones that can fight on foot. Still no attacks around here. Really? I think it's enough time. Hope it is. Small-ish attack. I keep the Ocean Boys in green zones where I can. National travel logistics. So tanks can move about quicker. Boom, because national soldiers are still occupied. Alright, well, I keep getting things increase in inflation, so I'm just doing universal justice for support. Also not stabilizing. Nearly quick enough. I need some nationals to push insurgents away from this area. So I can stabilize Bravo Victor. Finally, some ground troops, so stick around. Time for airstrikes. Come on, where's my air support? That's too slow. coalition troops. These two, they have. Well, 4 lack of stability a month, but I already. This is ridiculous. I have 2 green zones. Ridiculous. Shouldn't get this much lack of stability when I have green zones. Bloody A. And there's no way I could have funded more civilian initiatives. I really didn't even have enough money for the military stuff. This game is ridiculous sometimes, and I can't believe there's an achievement that requires beating that map on brutal with the tank commander. It's insane. Alright, well. I guess they're supposed to use coalition troops a lot for a long time, but their deployments are too short. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed that video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Adieu.